A person emerged from the maze-like halls of power, cloaked in mystery and with a firm grasp on authority. His narrative, laced with mystery and terror, made a lasting impression on the turbulent backdrop of a country's history. Meet Papa Doc Duvalier, the intriguing and formidable force that once ruled Haiti's destiny. Imagine a man whose story blends authoritarian rule and mysticism, where politics and voodoo intertwine. François Duvalier was born on April 14, 1907, in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. His early years were characterized by academic pursuits, which led to his medical study. Despite his initial inclination toward medicine, Duvalier's trajectory shifted toward the political arena when he emerged as a supporter of President de Estime. His dedication to the political cause led to a pivotal appointment as Minister of Health in 1954. Duvalier's foray into politics proved transformative, setting the stage for a career that would leave an indelible mark on Haitian history. The role of the Minister of Health provided a platform for him to navigate the complex political landscape, allowing him to understand the intricacies of power and governance. Little did Haiti know that this transition from medicine to politics would eventually lead to the rise of a controversial and authoritarian figure. In these formative years, Duvalier's political aspirations began to overshadow his medical background, foreshadowing the events that would unfold in the future. This early political journey laid the groundwork for the emergence of Papa Doc, the Voodoo dictator, whose influence would shape Haiti in mystifying and haunting ways. Duvalier's foray into politics was a labyrinth of intrigue and power dynamics. The initial setback of his dismissal as Minister of Health proved pivotal, fostering a deep-seated resentment within him. This brewing discontent set the stage for his audacious leap into the political arena, culminating in his decision to run for the presidency in 1957. In his pursuit of power, Duvalier shrewdly harnessed populist sentiment, recognizing its potential as a potent force in Haitian politics. His campaign, characterized by promises to uplift the impoverished majority, struck a chord with the disenfranchised population. Duvalier skillfully positioned himself as a champion of the people, tapping into the aspirations of a nation grappling with socio-economic challenges. As he navigated the intricate web of Haitian politics, Duvalier's ability to leverage populist appeal became a defining feature of his early political career. Little did the nation realize that this seemingly charismatic figure would go on to reshape the political landscape, laying the groundwork for a regimen marked by authoritarianism, mysticism, and the enduring legacy of Papa Doc. In 1957, Duvalier won the Haitian elections, ascending to the presidency. Initially promising hope for the impoverished majority, his administration soon veered into a disturbing trajectory. Swiftly consolidating power, Duvalier initiated a ruthless campaign to eliminate political opposition, unleashing a reign of terror upon his adversaries. The creation of the Tonton Macoutes, a paramilitary force loyal to Duvalier, became a defining moment that plunged Haiti into a dark and oppressive era. These enforcers, operating with impunity, executed brutal tactics to suppress dissent, sow fear, and ensure unwavering loyalty to the regiment. The Tonton Macoutes became synonymous with state-sponsored violence and intimidation, solidifying Duvalier's grip on the nation. The ominous turn in Duvalier's presidency marked a period of widespread instability and repression in Haiti. As the political opponents were purged and the Tonton Macoutes enforced a climate of fear, the nation descended into a dark chapter that would leave a lasting impact on its collective psyche, setting the stage for years of authoritarian rule and socio-political turmoil. During Papa Doc Duvalier's reign, a distinctive feature was the fusion of politics with voodoo, Haiti's age-old religion. Duvalier astutely harnessed the potent imagery of voodoo to create an air of mysticism enveloping his regime. The strategic manipulation of voodoo symbolism served as a tool to fortify his control over the collective consciousness of the Haitian populace. By intertwining the spiritual and political realms, Duvalier aimed to establish connection between his rule and the Haitian people's deeply rooted cultural and religious beliefs. The use of voodoo in this context was not merely symbolic but a calculated effort to instill a sense of otherworldly authority, casting himself as a leader with divine favor. This intertwining of politics and mysticism became a central pillar of Duvalier's strategy, reinforcing his psychological grip over the minds of the Haitian people and further consolidating his authoritarian rule. The Tonton Macutus, as the paramilitary force under Papa-Doc Duvalier's regime, emerged as a formidable instrument of control and repression in Haiti. Their brutal tactics, which were intended to uphold order and crush any opposition, left a long impression on the collective consciousness of the Haitian people. Employing a range of violent tactics, the Tonton Macutus became synonymous with state-sponsored terror. Their actions included arbitrary arrests, torture, and extrajudicial killings, creating an atmosphere of fear that permeated every corner of Haitian society. The brutality of their operations was a means of quelling opposition and served as a warning to anyone contemplating defiance. The Tonton Macutus operated with impunity, enjoying unchecked power under the protection of the Duvalier regime. Their presence was felt in urban centers and rural communities alike, instilling a pervasive sense of dread. Ordinary citizens lived under constant fear of arbitrary arrest or violence, leading to a climate of self-censorship and submission. The paramilitary forces' methods were not only physical but also psychological, as they sought to manipulate the collective consciousness through intimidation. The fear of encountering the Tonton Macutus lingered in the populace's minds, stifling any resistance. This atmosphere of terror contributed significantly to the longevity of Duvalier's rule, as dissenting voices were effectively silenced or forced to exile. François Duvalier, known as Papa-Doc, skillfully wove a web of mysticism around his persona, cultivating a personal cult that bordered on the supernatural. In the eyes of his followers, he transcended mere mortal status, portraying himself as a semi-divine figure endowed with mystical powers. Papa-Doc strategically harnessed Voodoo, Haiti's traditional religion, to reinforce his image as a supernatural force. He propagated the belief that he was the living embodiment of Voodoo, the Voodoo incarnate. This audacious claim positioned him as a conduit between the earthly realm and the spirit world, a figure capable of communicating directly with the spirits that held sway over Haiti's collective consciousness. The deliberate blurring of the lines between politics and mysticism served as a dual purpose for Duvalier. On one hand, it bolstered his authority, fostering an almost religious reverence amongst his followers. On the other hand, it instilled fear in those who dared question or oppose him. The notion of a leader in communion with powerful spirits heightened the stakes of dissent, portraying the opposition as not merely political, but a defiance of supernatural forces. The personality cult that Duvalier meticulously crafted had a profound impact on the psyche of the Haitian population. The belief in his divine connection and supernatural abilities served as a potent tool of psychological control, fostering a sense of isolation among the people. As the Voodoo incarnate, Duvalier stood above reproach, and any challenge to his rule was tantamount to challenging the very forces that governed life and death in the Haitian worldview. In isolating the population through the mystique of his personality cult, Duvalier effectively tightened his grip on power. The aura of the supernatural surrounding him became a cloak of invincibility, shielding him from dissent and dissenters from hope. During Duvalier's autocratic rule, Haiti experienced a dangerous combination of political repression and economic mismanagement that plunged the nation into widespread poverty. The regime's focus on consolidating power and suppressing dissent led to a neglect of crucial economic policies, exacerbating the already precarious socio-economic conditions. Economic mismanagement under Duvalier contributed significantly to the impoverishment of Haiti. The majority of people were living in extreme poverty as a result of the government's inability to address the ongoing causes of poverty and enact meaningful economic changes. Basic needs went unmet, and social services deteriorated, further deepening the country's financial woes. Simultaneously, human rights abuses under Duvalier's regime reached alarming levels, creating an atmosphere of fear and insecurity. Disturbingly frequent reports of extrajudicial executions forced disappearances, and torture emerged. The Tonton-Macoutes, acting as the enforcers of the regime, carried out these atrocities with impunity, instilling a pervasive sense of terror among the Haitian people. Torture became a tool of political control used to silence dissent and discourage opposition. The regime's disregard for human rights not only inflicted immediate suffering, but also left lasting scars on the collective psyche of the nation. Families were torn apart, individuals lived in constant fear, and a pervasive culture of impunity flourished under the shadow of Duvalier's authoritarian rule. The combination of economic mismanagement and human rights abuses created a vicious cycle of poverty and oppression that persisted throughout Duvalier's regime. The consequences of this dark chapter in Haiti's history continue to resonate, shaping the nation's socio-economic landscape and influencing its path toward recovery and stability in the following years. Papa Doc's rule cast a long and ominous shadow over Haiti, its effects lingering well beyond his death in 1971. The perpetuation of his autocratic legacy found an unlikely heir in his son, Jean-Claude Duvalier. Commonly known as Baby Doc, Jean-Claude assumed power at the tender age of 19, continuing the oppressive rule established by his father. The era of the Duvalier dynasty, marked by political repression, economic mismanagement, and human rights abuses, left Haiti in a state of perpetual instability. The population lived under the constant specter of fear, with the ominous presence of the Tonton-Macoutes haunting both urban centers and rural communities. The paramilitary force initially established by Papa Doc continued its role as an instrument of state terror during Jean-Claude's tenure. The legacy of fear instilled by the Duvaliers persisted for decades, shaping the nation's socio-political landscape. Citizens lived in constant apprehension, afraid to voice dissent or engage in any activities perceived as contrary to the ruling regime's interests. The Duvalier dynasty's impact on Haiti's economic stability was equally detrimental, with widespread poverty and financial mismanagement characterizing the post-Papa Doc years. As Jean-Claude Duvalier's rule unfolded, it became increasingly clear that his father's autocratic tendencies were not merely a passing phase. The Duvalier legacy became synonymous with the systematic erosion of democratic principles and the entrenchment of a ruling elite that prioritized self-interest over the welfare of the Haitian people. In the wake of both Papa Doc's and Baby Doc's reigns, Haiti faced the arduous task of overcoming the deeply rooted legacy of authoritarianism. The struggle for democracy and pursuing a more stable future became the focal points for a nation eager to break free from the shackles of a dark and oppressive past. In the aftermath of the fall of the Duvalier regime, Haiti found itself at a critical juncture, grappling with the formidable task of rebuilding a nation scarred by years of autocratic rule. The struggle for democracy became the rallying cry as Haiti yearned for a new era of governance that would break the shackles of dictatorship. The challenges were immense, both on a political and societal level. The trauma of the past, marked by a pervasive atmosphere of fear and repression, cast a long shadow over the collective consciousness of the Haitian people. Rebuilding not only the physical infrastructure, but also the nation's social fabric became paramount. In the ensuing years, Haiti embarked on a journey of self-discovery and resilience. The quest for democracy manifested in political movements, civil society initiatives, and grassroots efforts to empower the marginalized. However, the path to liberation was fraught with obstacles. Remnants of the authoritarian regime lingered, hindering the nation's progress toward a more inclusive and participatory form of governance. The hope for a brighter future became a driving force. As Haiti sought to redefine itself, efforts were made to address economic disparities, promote human rights, and foster a sense of national unity. International support played a crucial role in aiding the reconstruction efforts, assisting a nation determined to rise from the ashes of its tumultuous history. Ultimately, the struggles for democracy in post-Duvalier Haiti became a testament to the resilience of its people. While challenges persisted, the indomitable spirit of the Haitian populace laid the foundation for a more hopeful future, where the echoes of dictatorship would gradually fade and making room for the promise of a nation reborn. So this is all about today's video. Do like and share the video. For more terrifying videos, click the subscribe button on our channel. This was today's episode of We Warned You. Stay tuned for the next one and stay curious and vigilant. Goodbye for now.